What's going on? We're back. I'm gonna give it a second here. We are gonna talk more about Tales from Midnight issue 2 and the Kickstarter that's going on right now. Alright, so we're going live. We're obviously talking about Tales from Midnight issue 2 and the fact that it is live on Kickstarter right now. And for the first 25 people that back both campaigns, you guys will be able to acquire a free copy of Soul #1, as well as Titan the Ultraman #3. So definitely back both campaigns. We both did an update in our respective campaigns that have links to each other's campaigns. So please, 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 if you have a moment, check that out. And be sure to back both campaigns so that you guys can experience the epicness of both stories. Again, when I say I'm very excited for this year in regards to the comics that we're going to be releasing and giving to y'all, man. But here it is, guys. First ever printed copy of Tales from Midnight issue 2. And I gotta say it looks glorious. I gotta say it looks absolutely glorious. The colors, everything just pops. It works. Everybody's favorite cover of this issue, just about. This is the one right here. Look at that. And then, of course, little ad page in there for the gray, coming summer 2023. So, yeah. But there's that cover for Raven's Omen, y'all. Sheesh. It looks glorious. It looks glorious. You can't beat this, man. So, I'm excited that we managed to get 2 issues of this. I'm so flippin' excited. This is amazing. And now, of course, in case some of you don't know, we also make manga. So, it'd be foolish for me not to bring that up. So, here it is. Our manga. The Unbeloved. We've got Chapter 0. What's going on, Reaper? Chapter 1. And Chapter 2 of our manga, again, The Unbeloved. The next book is actually getting worked on right now. We only have 15 pages left. Yeah, 15 pages left on that, so definitely check that out. Yeah, guys, we're just chilling out really quick. I want to say again, thank you to everybody that has backed the campaign so far. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys so very much. We out here. Y'all truly appreciate it. Y'all are truly appreciate it. Tales from Midnight issue 2. It's live on Kickstarter right now. Again, pinned comment there is the link. So definitely visit that. Back the campaign if you can. Guys, this is going to be an amazing year. This is going to be an amazing year. Between all of the, obviously making comic books and all that other stuff, we are going to get back into some gaming. One of the things that we are in the process of doing, we've been playing a lot of video games with Concrete Comics. And so one of the games that we really wanted to get back into and thought it'd be cool to be playing as our O season is DC Universe Online. DC Universe Online. And so I've been playing as the Gray on there. And I just made Soul on the PC version. Yes, what is Midnight Comics doing outside of this Kickstarter? Well, Tales from Midnight issue 2, Kickstarter. That's happening right now into February. The hope is this Kickstarter ends the same week as Atlanta Comic Con. So the hope is to go to Atlanta Comic Con. Next up, we're going to be releasing Soul in the spring. So be on the lookout for a spring release for the next issue of Soul. And I will show you guys the cover that Serge did for us and the thing is colored. There it is. Obviously, it's not going to say coming soon on it, but look at that cover. It looks glorious. It looks absolutely glorious, y'all. So that's the next issue that's coming out. Soul's coming out. And then all that's left, I got to get it lettered. I'll get the last 2 pages colored for Soul tomorrow. So if you're on the Patreon, we do have a Patreon. If you guys are on Patreon, you've seen some of the pages colored in. Once those last 2 pages are sent to us, we're going to send it off to the letterer. Letterer is going to knock it out in about a week. So by the time April rolls around, forget about it. Book's done. Book is done. Much like the one that's in Kickstarter right now, Tales from Midnight issue 2. It's done. It's completely done. It's just a matter of you guys backing in and getting your copy of the book. This is more of as a pre-order event. Next up, the Gray. The Gray will be releasing in the summer, as I showed you guys in the ad a little while ago, summer of this year. That book is completely colored already. When I send Soul to get lettered, I'm also going to send the Gray to get lettered. While those 2 books are getting lettered, the plan is to get a cover made for it. That's the only book that doesn't have a cover. So, yeah, and that's it. Those three, that'll be those three books. Oh, and then the envelope. I brought up the envelope. The envelope does not have a release date yet, but we do have 15 pages left before that book is done, and then I need to get a cover made. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And then last but not least, we do have this book here, Powers That Be Super Team, collaboration project with the Powerverse. 13 indie characters in here, so definitely check it out and experience all the different indie characters that are out there. And one of the characters is our boy Soul. So yeah, that's awesome. This is book 1 of 4, so definitely check it out. It's available right now digitally on our website for $5. And you can also go ahead and pre-order that book as well on our website. Go ahead and get a physical edition, and the physical edition will be with this cover, okay? So yeah, this looks great too. So guys, like, on the Midnight Comics website right now, y'all eat. Look at that. Boom. Available now. Boom. Available now. Well, via Kickstarter anyway. And then, of course, the manga. You know what I failed to do? Let's talk about some of these stories specifically. Boom. We've got The Last Day. One of the stories again that's going to be in Tales from Midnight, issue 2. So this guy that's on the front cover, that is Iabani. He is a gentleman that just wanted to go and get some snacks from the corner store as he prepares for finals. And unfortunately, some terrible events take place. And now he's on the run for his life. Will he survive his last day? That's what you're going to see in that story. It is pretty intense. This Tales from Midnight isn't necessarily for kiddos like the first one was. This one definitely has a more darker, grittier, more mature tone to it. So I wanted to make sure I'm on the record saying that, right? But it is a really good story. It is a really good story. Next up, we do have a story by the name of Raven's Omen. We touched on a little while ago. Raven's Omen. Basically, here's what's happening in that story. A bunch of people were showing up dead, and the one thing they have in common is all their hearts are missing. What's causing it, and what can stop the Raven's Omen? So you're gonna check that story out. That one's gonna be good. And I think I talked about it a little while ago on the previous live. That this is actually a story that me and my father are developing together, and I'm very excited to bring you guys that. I mean, it's first off, to be working on the project with my father is awesome, but to actually see it come to life and for you guys to experience it coming soon in this book is going to be it's going to be good. We already have several arcs, yeah, we have several arcs ready for this one, and several issues done for that one. So we just got to get the artwork done for it. But neither here nor there. I'm going to move to the final story here. Whoa, I almost accidentally canceled the live instead of switching the picture. Here we go. Dogma. Now, I will say this. For those of you guys that made it to DreamCon last year, back in July, actually, you actually got this copy right here, Dogma, with this cover and all that other good stuff, with the DreamCon exclusive going on there. This book won't be sold by itself like this. This issue of this book won't be sold like this again. If anything, what we'll do is when Dogma issue 2 drops, we'll put Dogma 1 and 2 in a book together. We'll probably do it like that. But regardless, nobody's getting a standalone copy like this again. But regardless, Dogma is about 2 demon hunters that make it to the city they're supposed to be protecting a little bit too late. And what awaits them is the demon known as Legion. So, will they be successful, or will they share the same fate as the city and be destroyed? So, I never introduced the characters. That's Reyna. That's Kaya. Kaya is actually a distant descendant of one of David's mighty men. More on that when you guys read the story. And then there's Reyna, this young lady. She actually is loosely based on our daughter who has spina bifida. And so this young lady actually has a brace, like a mechanical brace to help her walk or what have you. And of course, they have abilities and stuff that you guys will learn more about throughout the course of their story. So bear with us because we actually have a guest joining the stream here in a little while. And we're going to talk more about the campaign, what you guys can expect from the campaign, and what you can expect from Midnight Comics. But also just kind of chopping it up and just talking about, whatever, nerdy stuff. We're just chilling out today, hanging out. And of course, just as a reminder, as we continue to talk about it, we're talking the Kickstarter for Tales from Midnight 1 and 2. And also, again, in case you guys are just now getting in here, be sure to not only back our campaign, but back Advent Comics Cosmos #7 right now. They start at the same time as us. And if you back both of our campaigns, you'll get Soul Issue 1 for free, and you will get Titan, the Ultraman #3 for free. And that's only if you back both campaigns. And once we hit the threshold, what we'll do is we'll make sure to make some posts accordingly to let everybody know how we can go ahead and get you sorted out and verified that you guys have backed both campaigns so you can get your free books. So, more on that later when we reach that. We set the first 25 people to do so. We did set the first 25 people to do so. So definitely, I don't know if we've hit that yet. Actually, I need to go ahead and look at his too just to see. But yeah, y'all, let's get to it. Exciting time. So yeah, again, we have a guest coming here in a second. But floating around as those characters, and we're also writing, and you can see it on our website, midnightcomics.org. We're also writing something called Midnight Adventures, where whatever adventure we go on with the groups that we've been playing with, we're typing it up as little mini, like a mini story. So it gives an opportunity outside of like the main comics, right, that we're coming out with. It gives you an opportunity to get to know each of our characters better. Because although, obviously we're playing the game and stuff, we're writing the story as if our characters are actually a part of the events that's taking place. How would they actually react? What would they actually be doing? So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Conventions. I didn't finish the convention. So we said Atlanta Comic Con potentially. There's Ranger Stop and Pop. We're going to be going to Atlanta Comic Con. That's on the 24th. So that, that'll be the day after this Kickstarter ends. Ranger Stop and Pop. That's in June. I want to go to Dragon Con so bad. I really do. I really do. The application will be available on February 1st, so we might sign up. We're gonna sign up and see what happens. But that's in Georgia, so like I want to make sure that I hit some Georgia ones instead of traveling everywhere else. First, we want to hit the Georgia places, stay in state for a little bit. But anyway, the hope is WeebCon, April 7th through the 9th, which I do want to go to that one because that's the next joint is. I think we're going to BlurredCon. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to BlurredCon. That would be in July. DreamCon is standing by for payment from us. We're going to go to DreamCon. That's July 28th through the 30th. And then we should be in Virginia for IndieComics Day, and we'll let you guys know a little bit more about that. That's in May 27th, and again, that's going to be in Virginia. So definitely check that out. And of course, if you don't know where DreamCon is, that's Texas. WeebCon is also going to be in Texas, and then Ranger Stop and Pop and Atlanta Comic Con are both going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. So all these things and more. And if you guys want to visit the site, midnightcomics.org, it's going to have all of our social medias and, of course, the Kickstarter right there on the front page, smack dab in the middle. We would love it for you guys to, of course, back the campaign, but also check out all of our digital books. We have most of these books available right now digitally, especially, I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. I started to pull it out and I didn't. Super Team, definitely check that out. I'm very excited to have been a part of this collaboration project. And I can't wait for you guys to see how it comes to a head. I can't wait for the next issue, really, because you get to meet the threats in that one. So I can't wait for you to really delve into that and see what all that's going to entail. Now, I will talk about Our Beloved just briefly, because I feel like I haven't really talked about it as much as I should. So, there go that ad again. Soul #2 coming out this spring. Anyway, chapter 0, we got the Unbeloved. Essentially, this is about two Shinto deities, and on their quest to maintain order and structure in the shapeless chaos that is the world. Unfortunately, there's a rift that comes between the two. Will they be able to get over that, or will chaos prevail? Find that out in chapter 0. Then we pick up with the children of these two in a ruined world. So what happened to Izanagi and Izanami? That was these characters. And these kids are smiling in the middle of it, right? Like, what is going to be their reaction to the world that lays before them? And what's the story about Ebisu, the guy that's right there in the middle? You learn all that in chapter 1. Next up, chapter 2. This is the third book in the Unbeloved series, and you get to meet the threat in this one. So we got a gentleman by the name of Kalaraja. Kalaraja is an unbound genie. His name translates to Lord of Death, and he's attempting to open up Yomi. Definitely. Just excited to say, like, look, we have 3 books for our manga. Awesome. And then we have 2 books that are out, technically, right? Tales from Midnight 1 and Powers That Be Super Team. And then we have what's going on in the Kickstarter right now. Tales from Midnight issue 2, which is on Kickstarter right now. Definitely back it. The link is above in the pinned comments. Yeah, man. This is great. I'm excited, man. Again, running a Kickstarter, doing the Kickstarters are a bit nerve-wracking, but you guys have made this a very good experience. All right, so there's that. And we'll see. I don't think it still pops up if you have somebody else in here with you. I guess we'll find out in a second. But yeah, we're going to chop it up in a second with Concrete. We're going to talk more about Kickstarter, just chop it up about what the rest of the year is going to look like, and whatever questions you guys have. I am trying to get better with that because I know I like to ramble and talk a lot. But if you guys have any questions or about the campaign or whatever else we have going on, if you have any suggestions about conventions you think we should show up at, let us know all of the above. We'll be glad to hear about it and make some decisions about it. But yeah, let us know what book you guys like the most. I have the one that's in the Kickstarter, and of course, let us know which story. Well, you guys let us know before which ones are your favorite stories from the previous Tales from Midnight. But if that's changed at all, if you think there's one that's going to be more exciting than the other, tell us about it. Tell us why you think that. Yeah, just let us know all that. Let's talk Midnight all day today, people. Let's talk Midnight. So, we do have a picture. We have a picture that I can't wait to show you guys. It should be tomorrow when we reveal the picture. I do believe it's tomorrow. We have a new colored in picture. If you guys are part of the mailing list, you got a sneak peek at this picture. If you were in the Patreon, you got an even earlier sneak peek at this picture that I'm referencing at the moment. And it looks good. It looks good. It looks so good. Yeah, you guys will not be disappointed with that. We're doing gaming. Back in the day, we used to do these tournaments, little fight nights and stuff like that. So we'll probably bring that back. We'll do, some of the games, of course, that we play on there. Definitely gonna be like Tekken, SoCal, Fighters. I don't know if anybody's really playing that Xenoverse right now. But if you guys want that Warfare Xenoverse, I can get that at any point. That's Storm 4, or some of the other games. But yeah, we're back into gaming pretty heavy. Tekken's on the system, so we might go live with it on YouTube and go ahead and play some games. What's happening, brother? Not much. Start telling them about the gaming.
As you see, I got the young fella with me, man.
The Don. He said, I wanted to go to Dub City.
He just actually, I was just about to join you, and he just started wailing in the cut.
All right, man.
Getting what's up, y'all? I see it's low packed in here, man. I see
He coming through, man. Appreciate everybody for stopping through, for sure.
I came to pick your brain, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know I briefly know your story, man. But how did y'all get into the comics, man? Like how did Midnight Comics come about?
Okay, yeah. So we've always, wrote, right? But one of the catalysts for us actually getting started with writing the comics and stuff like that was that ending to Naruto. Spoilers. We didn't agree with the ending. We think that they should have lost. And so we was like, man, everybody seems really scared to kind of pull the trigger and add some finality to the end of their stories. And I think we talked before on live or what have you. What if Infinity War ended and you get to Endgame, but there's no plan to bring everybody back? They're all gone. Like, let's write some heavy stories. And we was like, dang, you know what? Instead of doing these what ifs, because we write the heck out of some what ifs. Instead of doing what ifs or how we would have done it, let's just write our own stories. And so one of the things why the name Midnight became a thing, right, is because, midnight's usually dark, black, right? And then you also have the fact that we have a doomsday clock in real life, midnight, right? The end comes. But we're like, okay, you know what? Let's take it a step further in regards to some of these stories. When the end comes, people still have to pick up the pieces. People still have to push on, right? It might be an end to an era, but it's not the end of everything. So there's new beginnings. What are the heroes that are going to rise up from that? So that's a lot of that's the catalyst behind Midnight Comics, the naming and all of that. So
no, I like that a lot, man, because it's starting something and then believing in it and then getting other people to believe in it. Is you know what I'm saying? So what's some of the challenges that y'all had? Starting just coming out. up?
Well, finding artists. Finding artists at the beginning was just, learning the ropes of that, really, because we started off trying to work off of Fiverr, right? Which, Fiverr is fine. That's where we actually found our the artist for the Unbeloved, right? But when we wanted to come up with Tales from Midnight first, and that wasn't happening. It didn't work out too well. But
Right.
I think that was the biggest challenge. Writing, we were already doing. That was pretty easily. But then, figuring out the logistics of it, right? Trying to figure out, oh, okay, well, shoot, I want to get this printed out. Oh, wait, are we going to be on Amazon? What are we going to do? How are we going to do this?
Yeah.
So just kind of that, the more the fear of diving deep and figuring out all of the specifics and nuances that comes with getting it out there. But I think the first hurdle was.
And speaking on that, for y'all that are just joining the live, he has a Kickstarter that is live now. Click the link in his bio, man. Go support. We got to blow this Kickstarter up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this is y'all second or third Kickstarter? Second, John?
Second one. The first one was for the last issue that came out for our manga, The Unbeloved. This one came out last year via Kickstarter, which that one funded. So thank y'all for that.
No, that's lit, man.
But yeah, this is our second
one. So then what's new about this Kickstarter that's gonna make me jump out the roof? Because I already pledged already. You know what I'm saying? I already throw my chicken out there,
appreciate you.
Tell somebody like that doesn't know who you are why they should support this Kickstarter.
Well, first off, in this one book, you're getting 3 stories, right? So we're taking it back to how they used to do in comics way back when, which are like Action Comics and stuff like that. Well, you're not just getting Superman 1. You're getting 3 stories wrapped up in one book. So you're going to get Raven's Omen, Dogma, and The Last Day all in one book, okay? And then, of course, let me just show you the cover, right? This doesn't look like a traditional team-up, which this is the first sidebar. First printed copy of this book. It looks and feels amazing.
So now I know that you're the first printed. I'm going to come and get that. I'm going to rob in.
This one will be signed, and one lucky viewer will be. No, let me stop. But no, like this isn't like a traditional team up or anything like that. Like look at the. Anyway, I love this cover. But what you're getting is not like a traditional superhero story or anything like that. These are, for the most part, not this guy, but for the most part, regular people that kind of get thrust into some extraordinary situations or what have you. So, yeah, if you guys are looking for a darker, grittier story, if you want more than one story in a single book, Tales from Midnight Issue 2 is what you want. If you don't know what Tales from Midnight Issue 1 is, there's this. This one has that superhero flair that anybody may be looking for. You'll get them at a discounted price for the early bird special. But this is our anthology series. We have an anthology series. That's what Tales from Midnight is. And you're getting 7 stories if you back.
For those of y'all that are into those anthology stories, man, and got what was there like posters and shirts available too? Yes,
there will be posters and prints. On this Kickstarter, we'll be doing posters specifically for the covers that are in this story, and then we also have another poster that will be revealed. It should be revealed tomorrow, specifically for this.
So what's the most challenging thing for you when it comes to doing a Kickstarter, man? Like, is it the pre-planning? Is it the while it's in progress, or is it the closing out part?
I honestly think it's the in-process part. And I was talking about this before. It's a bit nerve-wracking, if I'm being completely honest. It's a bit nerve-wracking because you're just kind of wondering, like, oh man, is this good enough? Is this all right? And then the doubts start to try to creep in, right? They try to creep in during the process. The pre-planning, I think I say this often. Everything looks good on paper. You know what I mean? It's when the execution happens, and now it's time to see kind of the fruits of your labor. Did you market it right? Did you make the cover good enough, or design the cover good enough for it to pop out and have people say, I need that? So you really get to see if you was about that life.
Because doing a Kickstarter, you never know what's attractive people. You just put things out there and hope it attracts some people. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is just, do the work, and then hopefully what you put there is enough to bring people back in, man. And I think job with it, man. Y'all going live. Y'all got
Yes.
the posters, the pinups. Y'all, you know what I mean? I don't think they know how glorious of a tandem you are because it's not just you, right?
No, not just me. It's actually me and my wife. So you can find her official Tashi J or official Tashi J or Luscious Cosplays. So yeah, she's a phenomenal writer. She's actually her main story that she is, which her baby right here, Admani. That's the story right there that she's mostly working on. But she also, I wrote the outline for the Gray, but she's actually the one that's going to be writing these next couple issues of the Gray. So definitely, I want to check that out when that drops this summer. But here's that Admani cover really quick. That's Tales from Midnight issue 1 there for you. If you guys are interested, of course, again, that's going to be paired with Tales from Midnight issue 2 via the early bird special. So definitely check that out and get that discounted price.
Now, that's dope,
if you guys decide to back it.
So how many titles all together does Midnight Comics have?
So my favorite thing to say is 2 answers to that technically. Right. So we have Tales from Midnight, and then we have The Unbeloved. But with it being an anthology series, right? Technically, we have 8 titles, right? Because you'll have Soul, The Gray, Blue Morpho, Admani, Last Day, Dogma, Raven's Omen, and then Unbeloved. Now, of course, if you want to say that the Tales from Midnight is a title itself, then it would be 9, right?
Yeah,
so
I did that because technically y'all do have 8 titles, man. That's crazy. Because how many years have you guys been established?
September made 2 years.
8 titles.
September made
that,
2
right?
years.
2 titles.
8 titles, 2 years. We out here.
That's an amazing feat itself, man. And the fact that y'all are still rocking, still kicking, it proves why people should be up in that Kickstarter, man, and being there supporting, bro. Because y'all got great content, great chemistry when y'all comes to y'all writing. Y'all deliver y'all stories very well. I personally hear you writing while we play the game. I mean, I see it, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I would tap into that. Like, when did you know that you were like a great writer? How long has that been?
So I wrote me and my friend Kurt Reynolds. We wrote a story back in 2000. It took between 2006 and 2008. We wrote a story called The Pandemic. And it was, we got it copywritten and everything. And it was initially going to be a video game. It was initially be a video game. And it was almost like this choose your own adventure type game. It was almost like a Heavy Rain style game before Heavy Rain came out. It was going to be like that. And if your character died, hey, we move on. And we had some people read the story. They were like, yo, this needs to happen. And we never did anything with it. And as the years went by and everybody was like kind of getting sneak peeks of it, and they're just like, this is a good story. It's just like, So the thing that kicked it off even further is, like I said earlier, we were doing a lot of what ifs. And people were, I won a contest for a fan fiction I did, a Dragon Ball fan fiction I did. I won a contest, and I was just like, damn, people are telling us. And she has a poetry book, she has books and stuff out. And we both were just like, between all of our experiences, we can write. Like, let's do this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I never really I never looked at myself as a writer as well, man. I just would write just because, but I never got no competitions. I never did none of that stuff, man. I just but writing music is kind of where I saw that I have a gift to put words together and stuff, and I tell stories in my songs, so but when it came to the comic book thing, I really just had to learn the format, like understand like how to write it. And I mean, because I've seen some early scripts where people are just writing the whole page. And I'm like, kind of got to break this down a little bit into like with the panels and know what's going on. But like before I wrote anything with Acolyte, I learned how a script works before. I didn't just write. I kind of like I studied, you know what I'm saying, and then I got so seeing how well seasoned you are with your writing, man. I would assume that you went to school for it, man, or did all.
Oh, nah. No, I actually went to school for what it was supposed to be bachelor's of video game art design, but I went to ITT Tech. We got screwed over. They actually switched it to associates in visual communications, aka just graphic design. Yeah, Tasha in the background.
Yeah.
She's like, she went to school for theater, so there's a script writing course in
So
school as well.
that's amazing, man. You know, I'm excited for this Kickstarter. I'm excited for everything y'all got, bro. Me and you gonna be doing a lot more lives. Tell Tosh I got an interview for her. I'm gonna have her in an interview, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have her. Yeah. So tell Tosh
get ready, Tosh. We got an interview for you. She said, "Oh no, I fell. Stop! I've fallen and I can't get up."
Tell Tosh, don't matter. I fell too, man. I'm on the ground now. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally holding a baby right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here with it. What are we looking at in the future of Midnight Comics after this book? How's 23 looking for you?
Okay. Oh man, 2023. So what we're looking at is we still need to give you guys a release date, but the next book of the Unbeloved is 15 pages away from being complete. So that's just about done. We also have Soul issue 2 dropping this April. So that'll be out this spring. And then we have The Gray, the very first issue of The Gray will be dropping in August. We may release Edmani. We'll keep you guys posted on that. But for sure, the next books are The Unbeloved, which is going to be book 4, Soul issue 2, and
shout out to my lovely wife on here checking in. But yeah, bro, that's the Kickstarter gonna be turned up, man. Like, and it's still so much time. There's so much time for y'all above and beyond. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And this is way better than the first one, like, because we learned from the first one. In regards to letting people know and really kind of pushing the Kickstarter more and having a bit more confidence behind it. And it's showing. It's 24 people already. So definitely appreciate everybody that's backed it so far.
Do we have any interviews coming up that people should be surprised about?
Yes. I believe we have, Head Nerds in Charge. That's the next one. We'll have a couple more that we will announce as we get closer.
That's going to be a fun one, man. Head Nerds goes a little crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had the pleasure of meeting them at DreamCon last year. We met Kurt.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
That's hilarious,
awesome,
man.
Dude.
So let me ask you this then. Outside of your company, you know, that maybe even live on Kickstarter right now, is there anything that you're excited about out there?
Well, I will bring up that I think we still have some people some slots left, but we actually went live at the same time as Tony Control over at Advent. So what we're doing is we are doing a giveaway or a cross promotion, if you would. If both campaigns get backed, you get a free issue of Soul and a free issue of their book Titan, the Ultraman. So I'll sell a little bit on that DC universe.
The DC universe is definitely dope, man. You definitely got the gaming stream. You know what? Maybe that could be a second part interview, man. We'll do it while we're playing DC universe. So y'all want to tune in to y'all Twitch,
YouTube,
or Twitch, man, and have a good old time, bro, for sure. But you already know. You know what I mean? Like Cap said, I could do this all day, man. So join in. And hit Lloyd with the most ridiculous and hard questions y'all can think of.
Gotcha.
Call him
ready
and drill him, man, because he's a big manga. You know, he's very knowledgeable of the manga world. He's a certified DC guy, right? You know what I'm saying? And he plays all the most horrific video games that you can think of, man. Silent Hills, all of them. All the ones consumed in pure death, Lloyd plays them. You know what I'm saying?
Dead by Daylight, come see me.
All the ones that engulf hell itself, Lloyd plays. You know what I'm saying?
Lord, we still trying to get him out here. He running.
I'm not doing it. I watch The Last of Us. I would never play it, ever. I'll play The Last of Us.
Oh, wow.
I will play Dead by Daylight. I'm not playing that. That new one that just dropped. What's that one called? Callisto Drone? Not playing
that. Callisto Protocol?
Nah.
Get that Dead Space remake.
I've heard Space. Negative. Negative. I ain't
going. Man. The third one is
don't try to tip me on a multiplayer, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, don't no, I'm not doing it. I will watch. I will gladly
He
watch
said,
you
"Nah,
play that, John. But no, I'm not. I'm not putting that type of darkness into my soul. You know what I mean? I'm not doing
okay,
that. No, so now say less than man. I'll tap in with you in a few, bro. I'm gonna
okay.
go ahead and Don Mega.
All right, brother.
Get him
I'll
Don
catch you a little
Mega.
later, man.
Yeah.
Nah, Mega.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Yo, this was awesome, y'all. This was awesome. Appreciate Lonzo and Concrete coming through. Thank you, all of you guys, for coming through as well. So just the last wrap up here. Of course, we're talking about Tales from Midnight issue 2, our anthology series. So you're gonna get 3 stories wrapped up in one book. I'm gonna go ahead and show that cover one more time. There's Tales from Midnight issue 2, y'all. Again, the book is already done. We're just asking that you guys go ahead and essentially pre-order the book. I got one printed out already. Just, of course, to make sure the quality was good and all that stuff. I gotta say, the colors look good, the lettering's there, everything looks perfect. You guys are gonna absolutely love this book. I do want to showcase the individual covers that are inside the book, because again, you're getting not just one, not 2, but 3 stories wrapped up in this one book. So we've got The Last Day. A gentleman by the name of Vaughn goes to the corner store just to get some snacks in preparation for finals, and unfortunately, some horrific events take place, and he's on the run. Will he survive his last day? You will find out in that issue. Next up, you have Raven's Omen. Basically, a bunch of bodies are showing up all over the place, and the one thing they have in common, all of them are missing their hearts. What in the world is going on, and who can stop the Raven's Omen? So that's what's in that story. And last but not least, Dogma, story of 2 demon hunters that make it to the city they're supposed to be protecting a little bit too late, and what's waiting for them is the demon known as Legion. Will they be able to prevail, or will they suffer the same fate as the city and be torn to ruin? And then, again, just want to bring up the fact, we truly appreciate everybody that's backed the campaigns, and we wanted to let you guys know that we have a manga. If you guys weren't aware, we have 3 issues of our manga that are available as add-ons and rewards on there right now. But anyway, guys, that's going to end it for the live this time around. Thank you all for joining and hanging out with us, asking your questions and what have you. I'm Lloyd Jones from Midnight Comics. And remember, midnight is coming.
Summer night, it's summer night. She left me so late, should've spent the night. No need to hit follies, I'm working her body out, said she in love with the